I want to get your reaction to the news that Trump is likely going to pardon the J6ers, maybe on day one or as soon as he gets in office.
That's what I've heard, and I am hoping to God that it will get some people out of prison. You know, I'm still on probation, so technically I'm still serving my sentence, so I'm hoping, you know, if he decides to do a blanket pardon, that'd be great. I would love to have my record clean, but, you know, there's people that are still suffering behind bars, and I would like to see them free.
How poetic is it that Vice President Kamala Harris has to certify the election results on January 6, 2025?
Evidence that God has a sense of humor. You know, it's like Joe Scarborough just bad-mouthing Donald Trump for years and saying that Joe Biden's the best version of Joe Biden out there, and then now he has to go kiss the ring at Mar-a-Lago. You know, it's just, God loves poetic justice.
So what's your reaction to the talk of, you know, Joe Biden considering preemptive pardons to people that have targeted Trump or, you know, Trump's political opponents? Doesn't that make them look guilty?
Yes. Well, here's the thing, though. Let's talk about it. Let's really have a conversation about this. The FBI or the DOJ admitted the Hunter Biden laptop in federal court as evidence, which means that the Hunter Biden laptop is real. Even though we were told it was fake, and it was conspiracy theory and Russian disinformation, it's real. Okay? That means that the over 400 felonies that are on there are also real, which means that the influence peddling, the bribery, the basically treasonous acts that are on that laptop, they're real. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if a person is found guilty of something like treason, then any and all legal actions that they take are void, okay? Because they've broken the law. Now, let's just say, have you seen the new Mike Benz on Joe Rogan, the new interview that he did?
I've not seen the recent one.
It's really good. He breaks down the deep state in about 3 hours of the censorship industrial complex.
Yeah.
So, what we're dealing with here is it's such a large system that we are witnessing its downfall in very real time. They are going to try to obfuscate all of the laws that they've broken over the last 8 to 10 years. But you can't just commit treason and then have the treasonous president pardon everybody and then expect that to go away. At least that's what I think.
Yeah. So you're talking about like the FBI kind of meddling with the social media companies to censor American, like the federal government?
I'm talking more so like, if the Hunter Biden laptop is real, which it is, okay, then we're talking about foreign nations bribing Joe Biden and other American officials, okay, elected officials, bureaucrats, etc. Think of it like this: the Twitter files with almost every government agency. Imagine what's in there, okay? Imagine with January 6th if they release all the footage, okay? The whole reason why we're in the mess that we're in is because everybody is arguing over lies and what misinformation is true. The only way for our institutions to regain credibility with the American people and abroad is if they open things up. These institutions have to do their naked lap, they have to do their naked walk of shame, and then they can put their clothes back on and they can go back to work. You know what I'm saying? But people have to have severe legal consequences for what it is that they've done.
Yeah. So what's your reaction then to if Kash Patel gets confirmed as the new FBI director? What do you think is going to happen with that?
So Kash Patel doesn't need Donald Trump's permission to declassify what Christopher Wray has classified. Okay? So that means Kash Patel can come in and say, oh, J6 footage, released. Oh, Jeffrey Epstein client list, released. Oh, Diddy client list, released. He could do all that. He could release stuff about, you know, the Trump assassination attempt, right? All of that stuff is now open to whoever gets into, and that's part of why I'm so glad that RFK Jr. is the head of HHS, or he's gonna be, hopefully, because the amount of stuff that institution has been suppressing, criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal.
Okay, so switching gears to Mike Johnson, House Speaker Mike Johnson. He was supposed to speak at this event in the coming days at AmericaFest. He canceled. As we know, his spending bill collapsed. What do you think's going on with that?
Business as usual is not on the menu in Washington, D.C. anymore. Now, part of the reason why I say that is because our as a nation, our collective consciousness, our group mind has basically come to the understanding that we've been lied to for decades, right? So that level of deception has created such a level of mistrust in American institutions that I don't know if some of them will survive. But that's a good thing. The bureaucracy is a fourth branch of government. The Founding Fathers defined tyranny as a consolidation of all three branches of government into a single centralized power. The bureaucracy, they have their own ability to write law through writing regulations. They have their own regulation enforcement agents that enforce their laws, and they have their own administrative courts. So the whole system, the whole federal system is like solidified and turned into a centralized power with the bureaucracy. It has to end.
So with Trump getting back into office in January, where do you see the trajectory of the country going?
Better than it was before.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There's going to be a great amount of resistance. So we have to think to ourselves, okay, what did they do last time in 2020 to make our lives miserable? Or during the whole Trump administration, calling us racist, calling us misogynist, etc. But at this point, those lies aren't going to work because our collective consciousness is above their BS. We know that they've been lying to us. So the lies aren't going to work the same way anymore, right? So that shield that they had and that sword, it's broken. They have nothing. And that's why we're seeing the infighting in the Democrat Party, because they know that they don't have a future going down this woke route, but that's where most of their people are at.
Yeah, but they don't seem to have learned though. You know, they played the same playbook in the 2024 election with Kamala Harris, and the same, trying to cater to certain wedge issues that no one really cares about, and the same kind of name calling, the same kind of whatever rhetoric that they use. Do you think that they've learned it all?
I don't think so. I think that they might try to put people like Fetterman out there because he seems to be more centrist or trying to be more centrist. I'll put it this way: the Democrat Party of the Joe Bidens and the Hillary Clintons is gone. Now they're going to try to look to new people, whether it be Hakeem Jeffries or whatever. These people, they don't have a deep bench. Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break. They don't have a deep bench. Now, here's the other thing, though, is that in many ways the Republicans don't really have a deep bench either. Because Elon Musk, former Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat. RFK Jr., former Democrat. Okay? J.D. Vance, smart, sharp. Okay, good. We'll see what he does with it. But who in the Republican Party do you look to, do you think that is a leader? Mitch McConnell? Dan Crenshaw? Come on now. Speaker Johnson, McCarthy, Matt Gaetz. I mean, these are their strong players. I could wipe the floor with them. And I'm the guy wearing horns and face paint. So that says a lot if they're in a suit and trying to swindle people into believing some BS. So we have to come back to a place where the founding documents are the basis for our ideology.
Yeah.
And at this point, Republicans and Democrats are running the government in a way that is counter to the founding documents.
What's next for you on the agenda?
Well, I'm doing my thing on my website, ForbiddenTruthAcademy.com. I'm also painting. I'm also writing a new book. So I'm creating culture. Part of the reason we're in the mess we're in is because we have a bunch of people consuming culture. The Hollywood, the music industry, or yes, even politics. God love them. I appreciate everything that they're doing, but this is kind of like a rock star event for conservatives. You know what I'm saying?
But it used to not be like that. It used to be more, the culture's changed, no?
Yes, and that's, I think, part of what we have to keep in mind. My thing is, I want to hold everybody accountable. Republican or Democrat, I don't care. The founding documents are very clear. Either you believe in them or you don't. Either you practice those beliefs or you don't. Either you're moving counter to it or you're moving with it. And that's part of why I ran for office, because I wanted to show the people what a real candidate, a real representative of the people would look like.
So this is your painting?
Yes, here, allow me to, check it out. I'm actually quite proud of it. I've been working on it for over a month. So we've got Dan Crenshaw reading from the Rhino Talking Points book, We've got John, Fetterman up here. He's got the bolts in his head because that's pretty much what they did. He had a stroke. They put some bolts in his head, shocked him, and said, get out there and do an interview. We got John Kerry here with the climate crisis BS coming out of his head. He's also got the skull and bones right there because he's a skull and bones member. And there's also a little devil because he played the little devil in the skull and bones initiation. Same thing with George W. Bush over here. We got 9/11. We've got the skull and bones right here. And we got the little devil there. And we got Saddam's weapon of mass destruction. Right? We got Frozen Mitch. Right? We got Puppet Obama. Oh, we got MSNBC, CNN, CBS, and Fox News all taking a shit. Because all of this is fecal matter. That's the point. Is that the uniparty monster? That's what this is called. The uniparty monster is so full of excrement that it's bursting at the seams. We got Bernie Sanders here. I said I had Bernie here with AOC and John Fetterman because he's the old Democrat Party, and it's the AOCs and the John Fettermans that are taking everything from Bernie, and the Democrat Party took everything from Bernie, including communism, because he had the will of the people, and they took it from him, and they put frickin' Clinton in there, and they put Biden in there. So they even took communism from him, right? And then we got AOC here, and Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Mark Milley, or the deep state war pig. We've got Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Anthony Fauci. Oh, and Chuck Schumer with the 5 eyes. The 5 eyes, get it? Intel community, 5 eyes. And also the beast has 5 eyes. So yeah, it's all symbolic. She's got the gay pride flag. Fauci's got the vaccine. It says safe and effective here. Biden's got the ice cream cone, but it actually looks like a little girl because he sniffs little girls. He creeps them out. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a bunch of symbolism here.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you. But here's the thing. It's all about creating culture. So if you're going to create culture, you have to create it through art, music, literature, whatever. I'm in the business of creating culture, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future.
And then where can people find your stuff and find you?
X, at America Shaman. That's America Shaman on X or Twitter. And you can also go to my website, ForbiddenTruthAcademy.com. Or you can also go and get some merchandise. If you like that painting, actually you can get the merchandise, you can get that painting on a shirt. It's called the Uniparty Monster, forbiddenapparel.store, and then Yellowstone Wolf AZ on Rumble.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Thank you.